Hello YouTube, this is Erica Zhao, or Zhao Chicka Bow Wow. And this is Gotham. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh, cutie, cutie. Cutie, cutie. Yes, you are. Oh, you're so cute. Look. Look right there. Isn't he just the cutest thing? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's the cutest. Today, we're going to talk about all of the things to consider before you get a dog. This is where I ask you to subscribe. And this is where I would put an ad if I had enough subscribers and views to be monetized. Yes. Yes, yes, cutie, cutie. Yeah. Ooh. Eye boogies. Eye boogies. What to consider before getting a dog. The dog size, obviously. Gotham is 25 pounds. That's his ideal weight for the best body condition. I let him get up to 30 pounds, but that's when he's considered fat. Their fur or hair type. Gotham is a smooth, short-haired coat of fur. And that's just brushing. He sheds a lot. But I never have to take him to the groomers. He gets a bath about once a month at the most. If you get a hair dog, they can't shed, so you gotta groom them, as in, oh no! As in cutting their hair, and they can get mats, so you gotta brush them a lot. Gotham can't get mats. Gotta think about their ear type. Gotham has nice, perky ears. If he had long, floppy ears, he might be more prone to hematomas and ear infections. And that's not something that I feel I would want to take on. Gotta look at their face shape. If they're the brachial, tracheal, whatever, squished in noses dogs, they're more prone to heat exhaustion and just dying and getting tracheal collapse, and they can't breathe properly. And that's not something that I condone, and Gotham is not that kind. Wanna come here and play tug? You wanna come here and play tug? No? No? You gotta think about their food. What are you feeding them? I used to feed Gotham the cheapest food ever, until I realized that he had like a rash on his underbelly for like a whole year, and I was feeding him food that was like $1 a pound at that time. It was a chicken recipe of some sort, and I switched him over to a salmon-based recipe, and eventually that did get his itchy rash away. He had so many bug bites when I first got him, and whew, he just had them like for a whole year, the whole time. And then I eventually, after like 2 years or so, switched him over to a much more expensive type of food, but it's freeze-dried raw food, so that's the most bioavailable nutrition for him. And what else do you have to think about? You have to think about vet bills. Vet bills and pet insurance. Just annual preventatives for heartworm, flea and tick, Lyme disease, Bordetella, all of that probably costs around, well, just their vaccine, I would say about 60, maybe 40 to 60. If you're doing monthly preventatives for flea, tick, and heartworm, that's about $10 to $20 per chew a month. So budget that in. So that's like 200 around, let's say. There's slight discounts if you buy more at the same time. You know, you go on Chewy or PetSmart, Petco, whatever websites, they have some auto ship sorts of programs, so you get slight discounts on those. Other vet bills, who knows? Pet insurance is important. You got to think about that, because any pre-existing conditions that they develop, any conditions they develop later in life before you get the policy are not covered. So Gotham has had several things happen where he wasn't covered by pet insurance. However, my pet insurance policy wouldn't have covered them anyway because it wouldn't have hit the deductible. Now, he's eaten what may or may not have been a dead bird at one point. Brought him to the emergency room. $60 or $70 later, they just felt him up, didn't even do an x-ray, and were just like, basically, if he were to have any problems, he would have already had them, because the problem with bird bones is that they're brittle and they splinter and get stuck in their throat, esophagus, and whatever, and that's how they choke and die. However, once it reaches his stomach acid basically breaks it down, so it really doesn't matter as long as he passes and everything's fine. So that was some money right there. Gotham has also sprained his tail. That was several tens of dollars right there from being too excited. We would visit my parents, and their house has hardwood floors, and Gotham would go up and down the stairs very quickly, and he'd hit his butt on the side of the wall, and he sprained his tail. I also bring him to the vet for anal gland expression, and that's what happened. I thought that's what was wrong when he sprained his tail. However, took him in, the tech took him back and did the thing, came back and said there's nothing in his anal glands, so there's something wrong with his tail, because he was very not okay. He was bothering his butt the night before, and he did not like me touching his butt area. That's why I thought it was anal glands. So cute, so cute. He's so cute. Yes, he is. A few months ago, during his birth month being when I take him to the vet for his annual physical and all that, he had an incident where he ate several cups of raw rice, was very dehydrated, had to go to the hospital, stay there overnight for several days, about 2.5 days. That was several thousands of dollars. And with his pet insurance, that was 80% reimbursement after the deductible. That's a separate video if you want all the costs spelled out. However, without it, it would have been about $5,000. So it's good to have pet insurance. His premiums are about $34, $35 a month, and I think that I definitely got value out of that. What else do you have to think about before you get a pet? End of life stuff for yourself or for your dog. For me, New Jersey allows for pet trusts. I have a pet trust and life insurance. Gotham also has a mutual fund labeled Gotham's Pet Trust. Labeled Gotham's Trust Fund, rather. What else do we have to think about? Other miscellaneous things. Who's going to be around your dog? Who's your dog going to be around? Is everyone in your household up to taking care of them, or are there very hard boundaries that need to be enforced with the dog and with those other people? Gotham, my whole household, because I live alone, my whole household loves Gotham. So that's never a problem. he was just sleeping. He's so cute. End of life things. Gotham is going to get skinned and his fur will be mounted. He'll get cremated and there'll be a shrine on one of my walls for him because that's how much I love him, okay? Other things to consider. Do you already have pets in the house? If I were to get another dog and Gotham were still here, which is the plan, by the way, they would have to be a puppy and female and very like him when it comes to maintenance. So, you know, short fur, perky ears, long nose, 25-pound, 30-pound max, full grown. Oh. You're so cute, Gotham. That's a cutie patootie. He's a good boy. That is. I think that's probably everything for today. Can't really think of anything right now, but always can add more, do another video later. So, please subscribe, please tell your friends, please replay this video so that I can get the 4,000 hours of viewership to get monetized. Thank you and goodbye!